Stitcher is a little big on me, but hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, it gets smaller.
You'll grow into it.
Yeah. All right, guys. It is week 4 in the NFL. We're here to give you our Thursday night prediction. This game, they're both teams. So we got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Cardinals. The Seahawks fair by 1 or 1.5, wherever you can get it, whatever book you're going to use. This game, this number confuses me, Adam. I have no clue why it's this way. I know both teams are 2-1, so they're both, winning records. But to me, it feels like one team, the Cardinals, are, I don't know, they're just not there, and compared to the Seahawks.
Yeah, they showed some life against the Niners. Kyler Murray was running around like a little, steroided hamster that he is. But their offense is still just not finding its form. They lost, what's his name, James Conner to IR, which is a huge part of their offense, is a real workhorse for them. I do like Trey Benson. But yeah, I mean, they hung in there with the Niners, who have a good defense, and really they should have won that game. But like you said, there's just something that's not clicking, whether it's Marvin Harrison Jr. that's still dropping wide open touchdowns or whatever it is. They aren't quite hitting their stride.
Yeah, and James Conner's a big blow. Like, he was like, that guy's been through a lot of, that guy's been through Arizona thick and thin, but he's always been Mr. Reliable. I know he gets hurt. I know he's kind of injury prone a bit, but he pitches up most, and he tries really hard, and the guy fights for that extra yard. So, Benson is the backup. I'm not sure if I'm like a believer in Benson. We'll see. Trey Benson. Their backups, nothing. The other backups of Trey Benson, nothing to write home about. So yeah, James Conner was James Conner, and we were. It was a big deal, but also we were on the right end of. I think so far we've been right at Marvin Harrison Jr. This guy, generational talent. We both said that he looks slow. He doesn't like he's worth that pick yet. Maybe he'll be a good wide receiver, but great wide receiver, I don't think so. But the Cardinals came off a close loss to the 49ers. So they almost had that in the bag. They did cover that game. We had the San Francisco 49ers in that one. So they did cover. They lose by only 1 point. But the San Francisco 49ers, I think every wide receiver's hurt for them. They have Bosa got hurt that game. They got the Niners are injured everywhere. Now I know everybody has injuries everywhere. The Cardinals have injuries to their secondary, Will Johnson, and more their top corner pick from the draft. So I know, but it's not like it's a big win. And this is where I'm getting to with the Cardinals real quick. I was jumping to before I get into the Seahawks. The problem with my Cardinals is like, okay, they're 2-1, and people are thinking. I heard people earlier in the week saying that they really like their defense. Look, the teams they have played are nothing to write home about. They played the Panthers, the Saints. Those are the two teams they beat. Okay, I know the Panthers had a good one against the Falcons yesterday. I mean Sunday. I'm sorry, but these teams are nothing to write home about. This they beat the Saints. The Saints are going to have arguably one of the worst offenses in the league. The Panthers are going to be so up and down with Bryce Young. So I have no idea why this is only 1 and 1.5. I don't get it whatsoever. And I know the Seahawks, they don't have the most world beat talent either. They beat the Steelers, which I think is a better quality win than the rest of the Cardinals have, and they beat the Saints. But the thing is, the Cardinals beat the Saints by a touchdown. The Seahawks blew the doors by 31 points against the Saints. So they are playing the same opponents. They also lost to San Francisco, so there's something there. But that's when they had Brock Purdy, they had Jennings, so they have more people on the 49ers. Regardless, I'm not buying the Cardinals. There's nothing really I can say about them. One thing I want to say before in particular, I just said I want to say nothing about them, but I'm going to say something real quick here. They're averaging 20 points a game so far in these 3 games. The Seahawks are averaging 29 points a game. So big difference there, almost a 10-point swing. The Seattle Seahawks their opponents are only scoring 15 points against them, and the Cardinals are letting their opponents score 17 points against them. So they're not that bigger on defense, but like I said, there's a big difference on offense, and I trust the weapons of the Seattle Seahawks more than I trust the Cardinals. Connor's out. Marvin Harrison Jr. is inconsistent. Who's after him? And McBride's the best weapon they have. That's it. And Kyle Murray's legs. with you know what you're getting with the Seattle Seahawks, Walker and Charbonnet. That's a nice little combo there. And I like your boy Jackson Smith. That guy's killing it. He looks great. And if they could get something out of Cooper Cup, I know they did the second game of the week. They didn't do so last week, the week that just passed. So if they could get 50 yards from him, it's good. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's just the paint's on the wall, as they say, with between these two teams.
Yeah, again, I'm not understanding it. I think both teams have good rush defense. So to break that tie, I'm definitely going with Sam Darnold and his weapons over Kyler Murray and their weapons. I don't know. I mean, Kyler Murray can get crazy and rush all over the place and beat your defense, but I just haven't seen enough to feel confident in that. And I'm not sure why the spread opened the way it did and why it's moved. Well, I know why it's moved, but why it opened in favor of Arizona.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. And look at they have both their starting offensive linemen are questionable in the game for the Cardinals. Zay Jones, not really nothing to write home about. He's questionable, but he gets playing time. Their starting corners questionable. Look at let's just dive into it, man. Like for levity's sake here, I'll just give some betting tidbits that are now. We're getting to the fourth week, so we got some information on what's going on against the spread here with both these teams. The Seahawks and the Cardinals are both 2-1 against the spread. The overs 2-1 in Seahawks games. The unders 1-2 in Cardinals games. And both teams are 0-1 against the division because they both lost to the San Francisco 49ers. So not that too much there, but the Seahawks have won 4 straight NFC West matchups. But also, this is why maybe the line is what it is. The Cardinals have covered the spread in 5 of their last 6 home games. So, you know, a little bit of me is saying, okay, this could be a sucker's bet. They're baiting you to pick the Seahawks to beat the Cardinals. But you know what? I'm not going to overthink this. I think that the Seahawks, when the end of the season, they'll have a top 10 defense. I don't think the Cardinals have a top 10 defense. I do not like any of the weapons besides McBride on the Cardinals and Kyle Murray. And even though Kyle Murray, he could be a little shaky at sometimes, he's good quarterback, not great. And I'm just gonna take the Seahawks. They got the better defense. They might get Weatherspoon. They're one of arguably their best cornerback for this game. I just like it. They get after the quarterback. I like their weapons more. I think Jackson Smith is going to run over them, and I think Cooper Cup, if you give something, especially with their corners being hurt on the Cardinals, I think the Seahawks are going to win this and take to the bank. I'm not going to overthink it. Give me the Seahawks to cover the 1 or 1.5 points.
Yeah, I'm with you. Not too much to add. I mean, a part of me is wondering why the Cardinals were picked, and it's making me want to overthink it. But I'm with you. I'm just going to stick with the Seahawks. I think they take care of business.
Yeah, and like I said, they struggled with the Saints. Watch that Saints game, people. The Saints were fighting the Seahawks in the game, and the Seahawks blew the doors off the Saints. So there goes says it right there. Don't overthink this, guy. Sometimes it's just right there in front of your face, and you're wondering like, what the hell is this? No, we're both going with the Seahawks to cover the 1 and 1.5. I think just don't overthink it. Just make it simple. Give us the Seahawks to blow the doors, hopefully off the Cardinals. So we'll see you guys in the next one.